episode of the Dragon's Lair. Hope everybody's having a good beginning of the week. Today we're going to be doing the unboxing for March's Witch Casket, which is Apothecary, which was a really cool subject or title for the box. And the items in the box are really good because I watch other people's unboxing videos. I've never been a big problem with spoilers. I don't do spoilers for other people, but if somebody wants to spoil something for me, go right ahead. Because no matter what, I'll still do it. I'll still go get it, or I'll still go watch the movie. I think the only thing I never did spoilers for was Andor Season 2. I made sure all my friends, I told my friends not to spoil Season 2. After I watched the first couple of episodes, I skipped a couple of days or a week. I went back and then watched the next set of episodes. Made sure my friends didn't tell me what was happening, because that season was really great. But other than that, I don't have a problem with spoilers. I never did, even growing up. My best friend went to go see Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back before I did, and told me about it, and I was like, okay, cool. I really want to go see it now. So I've never had a problem with spoilers. I know a lot of people can't deal with spoilers, but me, I guess it's that journalism aspect in me, or that wanting to know knowing information. So I go and watch Sorry about that. I have no idea what's going on with my camera. It was doing that with the last video, shutting itself off and everything. I don't know. But now I forgot what oh yeah, no, I go and watch a couple of the other people unboxings from England that get their box like a couple of days after it's shipped out, and I watch it. I go, cool. So I don't have a problem with spoilers. Because I'm still excited about these boxes. Love these boxes. Been getting them for 4 years. This is my 4th year. Next month is actually House Witch, or Witch's Home. Witch's Home. So that means we'll probably get stuff that we can put around the house, which is cool. And yes, I know in my other videos, I always state that I'm not an actual witch. I'm more of a druid, but our druid order, or Druid Grove, actually does do elements of Wicca and stuff. So if you call me a witch, I'm not going to get offended. I'm not. But the box comes from the UK. It's shipped out on the 15th or the 16th of every month, depending on if the 15th, like the last 2 months, the 15th was on a Sunday, so it was shipped out that Monday. But it's usually shipped, and if 15th is on a Saturday, I think it gets shipped out on the 14th. So 14th, 15th, 16th, depending on where the 15th lies, is when it gets shipped out. And it usually takes about a week to get to me, because it was shipped out last Monday, and I got it today, which is Monday. It usually doesn't take any longer than a week to get to me, and I live on the other side of the United States. I live on the west side of the United States. So, but other than that, yeah, it's gotten to me, it took a month to get to me one time, and that's because for some strange reason, it went from California, from the Customs Department in California to Oregon to Seattle to Federal Way to Issaquah, or Bonnie Lake, then back down to Seattle, and then across the United States, and then back to me. I actually had to call the post office and have them actually physically track it, because it was jumping all over the place. It took a vacation to get to me. So for the newcomers, and I forgot to do this on the last video, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit the thumbs up, because they all help to make the channel grow. If you're returning, welcome. Thank you for being here. Witch Casket is a monthly subscription box shipped from the UK by a mother and daughter company Deb and Ella, and they're really nice people. Um, and I know they don't answer the emails, but when I send them an email, I usually get a response back really quick. It's 8 hour difference, so I'll usually send out the email at night right before I go to bed, and then when I wake up the next morning or following Monday morning, if it's a weekend, I'll get an email like I did this morning. I got an email stating, asking, I asked them if they, how the supply was for some of their stuff in the Emporium that I wanted, and they said they have lots of the stuff that I wanted to order on the 28th. So I'm good with that. And for that, their online store is the Emporium. If you subscribe to their box, you get a code on the day that you get the email saying that it was shipped out to you. And you get that code that you can go check out the stuff in their store. And the stuff in their store is the stuff that was shipped in the past boxes, which is cool. And before this month or last month, it did go down to 2021. Now I think it's at 2022 items. So you can check out the stuff from the past boxes, and if there's anything there you like, you can always order it. You also get digital downloads in that same email for your Book of Shadows, or for your files, for like wallpaper for your cell phone, for your computer, a small little ritual video, and then a little hint of what's coming up next month. And like I said, next month is Witch's Home. So that's cool. And then for every box sold, a tree is planted, and you can check out their website to show how many trees have been planted since they've started these boxes, and that they started these boxes 10 years ago now, 2020 or 2016. So this is its 10th. They haven't said anything, but from my research, and I was never corrected by them, that they started the subscription boxes in 2016. So maybe when the anniversary of the month that they started, which I think was June, they'll probably do something. But it's a cool company, great people. I have never had a problem talking to the people online in email. Matter of fact, Deb is actually is publishing a third book this coming April. It's going to be released in April. She's got 2 books out already. One's a Witctionary, which is a dictionary of witches terms and pagan terms and stuff. The other one is a spellology book, which gives you different spells. I'd go get them, but I don't. My leg fell asleep, so I don't want to get up and knock everything out and make my camera go off again. And the third book, I can't remember what the third. I think it's herbology. So I've got that pre-ordered. And they also teach classes, so you can always pay for a class online. I think they're £4.50 a class. And you do get stuff. I think you get digital stuff, and you get items mailed to you for that class, which is cool. You can check that out. I'll put a link down below of the Witch Casket website, so you can check out everything that they do. And I'll put a link down below of my Instagram. And if you're interested in knowing what my Druid order is like and stuff, I'll put a link down of my published works page, and you could always go to the nonfiction page and look, and you can actually purchase a copy of the Druid Order Handbook. So, the Druid Order of the Sacred Grove Handbook. Or right next to it is a copy of one of my older Book of Shadows. Or you could always buy any of the other books, since that's how I pay for my hobbies. That's how these get paid every month, is through my royalties that I get. That's how I do my conventions. That's how I do my other hobbies, my collecting my G.I. Joes, or my little mini brand stuff of the books, or the little masterpieces. or Batman and stuff. That's how I actually pay for my my hobbies right now. Because the money that I make from my job goes to my bills, and I never have anything left over. So all my fun hobby stuff gets paid once a month through my royalties. So if you'd be supporting me if you did that. So thank you. But let's get moving on. Sorry for the tangent, but everything from them is animal cruelty free, and biodegradable, and vegan friendly if you're a vegan, which I'm not. I still like eating meat. Certain meat. I like my fried chicken and I like my fish. But other than that, I have no problem because I eat Impossible burgers and vegan burgers. I just have to do. I like my fried chicken. I like my fish, and I like my real cheese. So, but yeah, these are biodegradable. The box itself is recyclable, or you can use it as storage boxes, which I've done a lot. And the cool thing is, before I ripped it up, there is nothing on the box anywhere that says witch casket. So if you're still in the broom closet, you're all good. And if you have nosy neighbors, nosy roommates, or nosy family members that don't like that stuff, don't like having witchcraft stuff in their house, they'll never know because the box is unmarked. And you can keep it quiet. You can tell them if you want. If they ask you what's in the box, you just say it's stuff that I ordered from the Matrix. Because I think that's the Matrix. So I mean, but the bag is biodegradable, which is cool. And so is some of the other stuff that I've been opening. So, which is cool. So if you throw it in the recycle bin, and they recycle it, it will biodegrade. The packaging peanuts are biodegradable because they're made out of cornstarch. So all you have to do is put them in water and dissolve them, and then throw them in your into your garden. So I think that's it. One other thing before we get started to unbox the box. I don't use not every box I use everything in. There's some things that are displayed in my showcase, my curio cabinet, or my shelf, or I've given out to a friend that is a witch that uses the stuff. But there is some stuff like the bracelet that I use, and I am wearing the pentacle that we got last month or the month before. So I do like that. I think it came out I think it was the last month's box, the Curiosities box. So I do like that stuff. I do like the boxes. I've never had a problem with any of the boxes. I've never been disappointed by any of the boxes. I liked every box that I've gotten. And I'm not sponsored, so those are all my true statements. I think that is it. So let's get unboxing. Sorry, I actually wanted to show this off when I had the video the other way, the camera the other way, but I found this at our dollar store. It's a Wednesday Enid cup, and then Wednesday on the other side, and it's got my Earl Grey tea in it. It's not heat sensitive, which I wish it was, because then the faces would appear, but I think it was cool. Not bad for $1.25. A Wednesday item mug. See if I can get it lighter over here without knocking everything off. Yeah, there we go. So here's the box. See, and the only time it says which casket is if you take the wrapper off, and then you got whichcasket.co.uk, but I'll put a link down below. And then this month is Witch Casket Apothecary, March 2026. Then there's the artwork from the booklet, the little letter from the booklet. Whoa, okay. That's too bright. Let's see if I can stick it on my shelf over here between my glass pens. Yeah, there you go. So if you can read it, if you want to pause and read it, I'll just read the first paragraph on top. Hello, our beautiful family of witches. Here is our March Witch Casket, an enchanting casket filled with magical apothecary tools. Until next time, by Deb and Ella. And this is the cheat sheet. And on the back, if you want, if you take pictures of your stuff, and send it to them, they may put it on the back of the booklet. I think I've done that once, but I wasn't chosen, which I'm okay with. So So there's the art print, and the art print is the Apothecary Cabinet Magical Manifestation art print. So that's cool. I need to get a frame for this to hang up. And I'll probably put this. Okay, that was my fault. My light fell down. So, sorry about that. But, you know, I'll probably hang this one up in my upstairs bathroom, because I don't have any in the upstairs bathroom. That's all King Arthur, Lady of the Lake, Lady Elaine, the Lady of Chalet, and Excalibur type stuff in that bathroom upstairs with my dragons. So, and if you know me, I don't use the back of these cards because I have a book that I do that in. I put these in frames and hang them all over my house. I have them all over in every room except for my bedroom and my dad's bedroom. So, and yes, my dad lives with me if you didn't know. Excuse me. Then this month is, we got, here, let's move this back, put that there. Then this month's ritual kit is a Letting Go Spell Powder Ritual Kit. Let's see if I can, since I sharpened my knife. So you got paper. Here's the art print after you're done with the spell. If you want to make a copy of this and put it in your Book of Shadows, then you can use that for art. So, sorry about that, the lamp fell again. So if you wanted to make copies of this and then or make copies of this and put it in your Book of Shadows, you can always frame this and hang it. But what you will need, you'll need paper, basil, dandelion, and lemon balm, and a pen or pencil, which is not included, and a fireproof dish, match, and lighter, which is also not included. So there's that. And Letting Go Spell Powder Kit. Sorry about that. My camera is possessed today. So the Letting Go Spell Powder Kit. Create a magical powder to help you to let go. This magical package includes the following. Once created, you can use the powder as described on the instructions, or to anoint candles, altar tools, or to include in spells and rituals for letting go. So there's that. That's really cool. And I am going to be doing videos. Hey, hold on. Hello, sorry about that. I know you guys wouldn't have noticed the pause, but my brother came over, so we talked a few minutes. So let's move on. We did the spell, we did the thing. Next, we have the Apothecary labels, which is cool. Another set of Apothecary labels. So we got these, okay, so we got 3 sheets, and they're all the different sheets. So these are actually pretty cool. And I haven't used these from the last time we got a set of Apothecary sheets. I'm not going to dig out my drawer. But I do like them, and at some point I will use them. But if you've seen any of my other videos, I actually make my own labels because I put the name of the item or the spell element, the spell component, like the herb, on it, and then I write what it's good for, and then I write it in OWAM on my ornaments or on my labels, and then print them out. But I do like these. I will probably use these for certain things. Like maybe make potion bottles or something just to have sitting around the house. So there's that. Next we have trying to find the one that's on top. So we have this, which is like a faux, or a cloth. It's not really faux leather, but it's a cloth bag. And I like that. I wonder if you can attach a belt pouch for it. Put it on your belt. But it looks like it can hold other things too. So it does have a little pocket up here. Put stuff in. But it's a tweezer and drop pipette set. So you have the glass pipette, which is cool. It's got the witch casket symbol on it. And that is cool. I like that. That is very useful, and I could use that because I do have oils. And then you got the wooden tweezers. And it says, a bewitching set of tools, tweezers crafted from a sapel wood, for when you need it to handle small leaves, herbs, crystals, etc., and a little dropping pipette for transferring small amounts of potions, tinctures, and other magical liquids. They don't tell you about the bag, what the cloth is, but it's like a nice velvet, like not a rough velvet, but like a soft velvet bag, and it does say witch casket, so that's cool. Another good item. Another item was the spellcrafting charm, so another charm to add to our charm collection. And I need to find a bracelet to put these charms on, because they're just sitting on a shelf right now. Or would we get a bracelet from them at some point? I like this one. It's leaves and pine cone. Or not a pine cone. Things that squirrels eat. Acorn. Then there's the artwork for the back. Let's see if I can find the thing about that, because I can't. Oh well, I can't actually. That is not small enough. Too small. An acorn for strength. Use this beautiful iron acorn charm to add strength to your charm bags or spell jars, or wear as a simple charm for personal strength. And putting them around spell jars is kind of cool. I don't have any spell jars that I've used at the moment. So, but, you know, I may actually do that. Just start putting them around the spell jars. Next, we have the Dragon Claw Root, which uses magical root in spells and rituals for protection, banishing, or purification. Used to protect thresholds, dress, or circle candles, to add to charm bags or spell jars, or in ritual baths. So that's cool. It's protection, banishing, and purification. Let's see. Can I carefully open it to where I can reseal it? And show you what Dragon's Claw root looks like. There we go. That's kind of cool. Next, let's do the bag. We got an Apothecary bag. They're regular, it's their cloth bags. I love their cloth bags. They're great to use other things with. And I actually may take this to my convention that I'm going to next weekend. Not this coming weekend, next weekend. And I can use this to carry stuff in. So this is a bewitching bottle belt clip. So anybody that knows me knows I would probably use this. Or if anybody that does Renaissance fairs knows exactly what these are. You put your potion bottles or if you LARP, if you do any LARPing, you know what they are too. Put your potion bottle in there and then you clip this onto your belt. So I love these. Never say no to these. And it's keep your charm bottles, potions, tinctures, and sacred herbs close at hand with this enchanting bottle belt clip for wandering witches to carry a little magic wherever they roam. So, next we have the monthly scroll. I missed not getting enamel pins. I missed the pins. And the Apothecary one would have been a perfect time to get a pin. An enamel pin. Because they could have done one of a Pesto Immortal pin. But here's this month's scroll. And it's spell bottles. And you got different spell bottles for different things. So that's kind of cool. And for the newcomers, what I do is I take these scrolls and put them in my copier and make copies and put the copies in my Book of Shadows. And then I just keep these rolled up or flat right now. And then at some point when I get a new place, a larger place, and a room that I dedicate just to libraries again, a library, I'll put these all in, roll these all back up in scrolls and stick them on a shelf like the old libraries of Greece and Rome and Alexandria. So, okay, we got 3 more items, and they're the 3-box ones. So this box is a glass potion funnel, which an easy way to ensure that none of your magical liquids is spilled. Decant your potions, brews, and elixirs into a bottle easily with Witch Casket's exclusive glass potion funnel. And all these items are all exclusive. They're made just for Witch Casket. That's the reason they have the Witch Casket name on all of them. And there's that. It's a glass one. I like it. It's got like that late 60s, early 70s glass color to it, which is cool. But it's got the pentacle with the leaves. So that's cool. And it's got a little hole in the bottom. So that's cool. I like that. I'm going to close this just in case that box. Here, let's put it back in the box, main box. Next, we have a Apothecary potion bottle. Use this enchanting Apothecary bottle to hold your magical herbs, potions, oils, brews, tinctures, or elixirs. It can also be used as a charm bottle. And I think it looks just like the picture, but just in that brown glass. No, actually, doesn't. Kind of. Okay, it feels kind of rough on the side. Feels rough on one side and then smooth. Okay, but that's kind of cool, and it's even got a place to put one of your Apothecary labels. So, and it should fit in there. I'll just show you for the people that don't know or stuff. So you put your bottle in there. I made it a little too big, but there you go. And that's how you do that. And then you just hang that from your belt. You do make the strings a little better, but for now I just wanted to show people. Because you make it a little tighter and make sure the straps are even. But yeah, no, that's the one you stick on your belt, and then that's the bottle holder. So we got those. Got that. And then the last item for this month is the acacia wood pestle and mortar. Place your herbs in the mortar, holding the pestle firmly. Grind the rounded end of the pestle down onto the herbs and roll it against the mortar. While applying firm pressure, grind until you've reached your desired consistency. Grind clockwise for attraction spells and counterclockwise for banishing spells. Lovingly crafted from acacia wood, known for its protective qualities. Which is cool, because the only other pestle and mortar I have is a stone one that I bought at Marshall's. There's the wood, there's the pestle. And that's actually, I like that. That actually feels nice. And then here's the mortar. So there's that. And I've seen metal ones, and people have actually been able to do music on metal ones, just like the big bottle drums. But it does say witch casket on the bottom. So there's this month's items. For my favorites, I would have to go with actually a lot of it, because I like the mortar and pestle, I like the belt clip, I like the bottle, I like the glass funnel, the little charm now that I have new ideas. The artwork I always like. The pipette and the tweezers are great. So I actually don't have a non-favorite item. I actually like the whole box, which is cool. I haven't done that in a long time. I've always gotten, there's like few of the, most of it's good favorites. There is a couple that I didn't really like, and those are the ones that are displayed or given away. But like I said, I like every box that I've ever gotten from them. I've never been disappointed in the 4 years that I've been subscribing to them. So if you want to subscribe and if you want to get the Witch's Home box, just hit the link on the bottom of the page, the bottom of the video, and check them out. You can order one box. You don't have to order every month. It's month by month. So I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoy it. Have fun. And see you all later.